Hello friends, after a very long time we are meeting here. Today we will discuss about rotational dynamics. Rotational dynamics. Rotational dynamics is very important and very lengthy chapter. In this one particularly we have to take into account torque. Firstly we will study about torque. 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 Its another name is also moment of force. Moment of force. Torque has also another name, moment of force. The term torque is derived from the Latin origin word meaning twist. Twist. Torque is derived from Latin meaning word twist. Twist. Actually, you in translational motion you define force. There are so many ways in which you define force, but in lower classes you define force as push or pull. In the same way, in incorporate way, we can say that torque is a twist of force. Means torque is the rotational effect of force. Torque is the rotational effect of force. For force, you all know, force is product of standard mass and produced acceleration means acceleration equals to force upon mass. In the same way, the rotational acceleration means angular acceleration which you have studied in circular motion denoted by alpha this is alpha. This is directly proportional to force also. Directly proportional to force. Okay? But know one thing. This angular acceleration depends on force. It also depends on position of force. It also depends on direction of force applied on rigid body. Means it depends not only on force, sure it depends on force, but with the magnitude of force, it depends on location of force applied on the rigid body and the direction of force in which that is applied on the rigid body. The magnitude of force, direction of force and location of force, these all are contributive in torque. So angular acceleration depends on it. Along with these three characteristics, it also depends on mass analogous quantity, rotational inertia. Rotational inertia. We have to study about here torque, which will give twist, and that is the main cause of the angular acceleration. Just we have studied that only force is not responsible for this torque, but force, magnitude of force, location of force, and direction of force. torque is the rotational quantity which takes into account magnitude of force, location of force, direction of force. And we can write its magnitude as torque tau is F r vector sine theta. I'm sorry, I'm writing in this way, F r. That is magnitude of torque. What does it mean? It means that suppose we have taken any axis system, that is origin, and that is the radial vector r, position vector r, where force is applied, that is F. That is position vector where force is applied at the point of force of application. But whenever you extend this line of force, it's a shortest distance from this axis, that is axis here, I told you, it is axis, and axis is perpendicular to this plane. So from this point, this is the shortest distance of line of force. Actually this is r, perpendicular. R is position vector, but r perpendicular is moment of force. R perpendicular is moment of force. Moment of force. It is called moment of force. Now, means r position vector is maybe something different to moment of force. Moment of force indicates that it is the shortest distance or perpendicular distance between axis and the line of action of force. This magnitude depends on these two things. We can write down this r perpendicular as r sine theta. If this one is theta, this will be also theta, and this is r sine theta. Right? This is the line, extended line of this r, radial line, that is theta. Where theta is angle between vector r, radial vector r, and force r. There are two angles. This is between r and f. This is also between r and f. For taking angle, we should firstly make these two vectors in opposite order. Opposite order means the origin of both should be coinciding, tails of both should be coinciding, and after that the least angle between these two vectors will be taken as theta. Means one of the theta will be this one also, but this is not this is the largest one and this is the least one. So when these two vectors are in opposite order, we have to take the least angle between them, and that is theta. This r sine theta will give you moment of force, and this moment of force should be multiplied into magnitude of force to take the magnitude of torque. It means that this torque will be written down as, I'm writing here, torque will be as r sine theta is r perpendicular f. It depends on r, means position of the force. Position of the force, that is origin, that is x, that is y, suppose, and that is r, that is f, this is theta. Position of the force, position of the point of force where it is applied. Theta gives the direction, r gives the location. Location of the force, direction of the force, and magnitude of the force. These all three contribute torque, means rotational force. In translational motion, only force was responsible and acceleration was force upon standard mass. But in this one, rotational effect of force depends on not only force, but these all three things. Location r, position r, location means, and location also, direction in the form of sine theta, and force, magnitude of force. These all gives torque. In vector form, we can write down this torque as R cross F. R is position vector and force. F is force vector here, R cross F. This is cross product of position vector and force. That's why we can say if torque is neither in the direction of R, torque is neither in nor in the direction of force. It's perpendicular to R and F both. Suppose in this board R and F are lying. The plane of R and F, this given whiteboard, then force will be perpendicular to this entire board. There are two ways in which this force, this direction of torque can be given. It can be assumed, not given. It will be given in single direction. This perpendicular direction will be either inside or outside. In this case, we have to take right hand thumb rule. I hope you have studied in vector product or cross product of vectors in a starting of your syllabus. R is in this direction, F is in this direction. Firstly, take right hand, take thumb perpendicular to these fingers and align these fingers along R. Firstly R, then curl means turn towards force, towards the line of force in this way. In this figure, this thumb is inside the board. That's why torque will be perpendicular to R and F both, and that will be inside the board, inside the plane. In this figure, firstly you have to take your right fingers parallel to R, and these fingers should be curled towards F. But the thumb must be perpendicular to the plane of these curled fingers, and that will decide about this direction of torque. Here torque in this figure is inside the board. So this torque, the turning effect of force has also directional property, that is torque, and this torque has direction perpendicular to R and F, both perpendicular to the plane of R and F, and it can be decided by right hand thumb rule. Right hand thumb rule. Like F equals to ma, translational motion, we can write in vector form as ACM. In the same way, according to second Newton's law of rotation, we can write instead of force as torque, instead of mass as rotational inertia I, and instead of ACM angular acceleration alpha. We know alpha is an axial vector. In the same way, this torque will be also an axial vector. Alpha and torque both would be parallel to each other, and both would be perpendicular to the plane of motion, means plane of rotation. Okay, these are things. We are taking one of the way. Firstly, we are taking fixed axis about which rotation will occur. I am taking R equals to xi plus yj plus zk. It might be one directional, two directional, three dimensional. I am taking here three dimensional R. F is fxi plus fyj plus fzk. According to rule of vector product, this torque can be written down as R cross F, and in the form of determinant we can write I, J, K, X, Y, Z, Fx, Fy, Fz, and this is the value of cross product. I hope you all know to evaluate this determinant to get the value of torque. So torque can be given in this way. I hope you know formula. In short, we can this one, but there are so many. We can understand this one with the help of so many questions, bit by bit in so many lectures. I am taking one of the example of this one. I'm making short videos of this one, but so many video lectures will be regarding torque and rotational dynamics. In next video, we will take some examples to clarify the concept of torque, and that will be very important. So wait for further video. Certainly I will take this lecture tomorrow. Thank you very much. Please subscribe and like my channel, Kamlesh Pandey Lectures. I have also channel Kamlesh Pandey Classes, but that one is old one. I have started this new one, and please take this. Thank you.